Alright guys, so a little recap. I did not record everything yesterday. It was getting dark, but this is pretty much what I did. So I went ahead and installed the hose, this upper hose. This one with the 45-degree angle goes right here. It goes down, and I kind of narrowed it. It's really tight, so you just kind of guide it to where it doesn't get a lot of stuff on the way. And yeah, so I went ahead and put the billet bracket, and here's the Helix itself. This bracket to support the actual pump, and yeah, the other 45-degree goes right there. And then under here we have this pipe that we actually had to bend just a tad. That one plugs in right there, and then we guide it to the side, and you can see right there it's plugged into anything. So normally if you had your filter still in there, you will plug this in and you'll pretty much be all set. But since we're going to be putting the other filter, we're going to have to remove this hose. So for that, we're going to have to go under, unplug it, put another hose. Where did I put it? So this is what the filter looks like. As you can see, it does have some arrows. Those arrows are going that way, and pretty much we're at the end of this, on this side, it has to be connected to the engine, and this to the tank. So just to make sort of a reference, it comes from the tank, it goes through here, and then it filters it, and then from there it goes through here, and this one is this line right here, the metal one, and then from there it goes to the pump, and then the rest. But yeah, so just make sure you put them in the right direction. So engine this side, fuel tank this side. So without further ado, let's do it. And first of all, we're gonna go ahead and guide this hose down and make sure you don't put it on the way of this. This is what rotates when you turn the wheel. So just obviously you don't want to rub it against it. So I'm gonna put it, I don't know where exactly, but first I'm gonna go ahead and just guide the hose in there, unplug the stock one, and then get back up here. Alright guys, so we're under the car right now. This is the front driver's side wheel. So you do have to lift up your car just a tad. And then from there, you're gonna see these two hoses. You wanna put some emphasis into this one. This is the one that you unplugged. This is sort of like the braided one. I'm not sure if you can see it. So right there, just to remove that, you're gonna have to push and then pull on this blue thing. So it might take a little while when you're doing it at first, especially if you're doing it one-handed. Okay guys, so I finally got this hose out. So this is the one. So simply what you do is push this thing downwards and then jank the crap out of it. So just make sure it's fully like that, it's fully pressed in. So now you could just go ahead and get this hose out. You won't be needing it. Okay, so here's the other hose we're gonna put in. Let me see if you could see it. I'm not quite sure, but it's the same way as the other one. Just, you're gonna press in like so. Once it's in, it shouldn't come out. You see, if I try to jank it, this thing's not going anywhere. Just make sure it's fully sitting in there. Okay guys, so we're back up here. What I'm gonna do is grab the 17 mil and tighten up the bottom side, since this one's already done. And then what I'm gonna do is just kind of route it nicely. So mine, I have my oil catch can right there. So what I'm gonna do is just put it somewhere near my catch can, so it looks kind of neat and organized, and then I'll just zip tie it somewhere. But for the most part, this is pretty much, we're almost done here. So now we just have to insert this onto that hose right there, or that metal hose. And to do so, we're gonna remove this little bolt. You can see it has that right there, so we could just drop this in. Let me zoom in so you can see. Okay, so you're gonna put that nut that has the cut on the side, just put it right there, and you're gonna slide in the other side, and you're gonna tighten up the nut. I'm gonna have to pause because I need both of my hands, but yeah, just be careful because this thing falls like crazy. And yeah, so that's gonna attach right there and tighten up on that nut right there. So it's not fully tightened, but that's what it's gonna look like. You can see both of the little pieces are together now. Just go ahead and tighten that up, as well as don't forget the other side of the oil filter. Once everything's sitting completely tight, you could go ahead and then just simply set this wherever you want it. I kind of want the logo to be showing, so what I'm gonna do is just kind of zip tie it up like so, and that should sit properly without rubbing with anything else.